So yeah, it may depend from your heart, something that you can feel right now. So how do you feel about it right now? How do you feel about you, like, keeping in control, just having control over your life? How do you feel it right now? I know it's the difference, like, from letting God keep in your life and just feeling control under your life. And I'm not talking about do not allowing God to control your life. I'm talking about some things that could make you possible and responsible for your life, like some easy stuff, like some self-care. And this type of self-care is not only about your physical part, it's about everything, you know? And yeah, it may feel very uncomfortable to care about yourself. I know it's easier, may be, and could feel like just to, to say, oh, I don't care, it's the heart, and just being lazy through the whole day. You don't care about your body, you don't care about your life, you don't care about some things you could do, make today, but you refuse to do it because you decided just to stay in your bed or stay in your house without taking any exercises, without meeting your friends, without being in church, without. It's like daily opportunities. We have so many. So many. Sometimes it may seem like routine. For example, in Germany are very, very popular some group meetings, offline actually. It's their thing. In Ukraine, it was more about serving. If here it's like more about friendship, evangelism, and more about inviting people to yourself, to your church, just making some appointments there. And in Ukraine, whenever I was, it was more about receiving people at their places. And I like the Germany type. It's like more about friendship. And it's fun. It's fun because a person can find real relationships that only through being in love. And I'm talking about this type of love, like relationship, one man. I'm talking about friendship. And friendship you could have with God. And it's not about your erotic style. It's something different. It's high love, like agape. And yeah, it's about letting yourself just live in your life. It means self-care. Self-care not only about your body, your legs, your face. It's not only just putting your cream on your face. It's something more, just curling your hair. It is about caring about soul. And it's about being honest with yourself. Like, what should you need? Actually, it's about being productive. It's letting yourself to say no to people who are really disrespectful, or through talking with them you might feel really uncomfortable. It's more about giving yourself a space. You can just choose sometimes, and sometimes you can find two choices. For example, one is to talk about anything with your friend. Friend that would disrespect you, but you can feel you like you can feel like you need to do it without wanting to do it, you know. And you could talk. You can talk just through doing a podcast, and this podcast could hear really respectful people who know what actually respect is, how it can be counted, how it works, what actually it is. That respect is something more. It's so amazing, and it can be so much useful for you. And if this the first moment you can choose, it would ruin you, it would ruin your soul, even if it's communication with your disrespectful relatives. You may avoid it because you care for yourself, and it is okay to care for yourself. It is okay. You know, the interesting things I was thinking about yesterday, it was that being respectful to yourself and being in a relationship with yourself, I mean, being in a relationship with other people that are really respectful, it is self-care not only for yourself, but for your close circle also. And you can protect them by keeping near you and very caring circle of people. Because before, I've done already this mistake, and yesterday I've seen it very clearly. I allowed a person to be disrespectful to myself, and I used to allow it for too long. And yes, it's my mistake, and I've learned it. And yes, I have right now a trash, a garbage. I need to sort, like Jesus, sorting in gospel the true seeds from spoiled ones, devils. And it is okay that you could not to see it clearly from the first look, because Jesus also has said that the seed, they need to be grown, because if you could just sow them before and to free a field from spoiled seeds, you could ruin also good ones. But you need good ones. We all need good ones. So sometimes you need to wait enough, to wait to the moment of reap. And this reaping, it will show you where it was the right one and where it was not really. And when it will happen in your life, when you will understand, when you will get to that point, and you will just relocate your souls by looking at your past, at your past situation, and everything that was before, and you will just think about a little bit more and analyze, and it will be okay. It will be okay. And after, when you will see these bad seeds that was before on your field that you haven't noticed before, or maybe you could see them but you couldn't just to reap or to clear it from, it's okay. You are not guilty. It's not your, like, you know, it's not yours. I know that it may feel like a burden, feels like it were heavy, and at the same time you could feel your guiltiness, and even blame yourself, you know, what happened. But I know that you might take it as your own responsibility and blame yourself in everything, even without sharing like this guiltiness with other people. It is strange, but it's true, and it's how it works, and it's okay. But the thing is, God is responsible. God is able. He cares for you, and He cares for your future. He cares for your today, for your tomorrow, and for everything. And the thing is, if God has all this to be in your life, if God has all the situation to be present in your life, then it's okay. And you know, about this self-care and just reaping and seeing the seeds, sometimes you may feel like, or you just might do some you might do some things that could make no sense, zero sense to you. For example, making pictures or drawing them. Sometimes you may want to do something you haven't done before, or sometimes you want to do something you have done already before, and you may not see some reasons actually to do it, or you may feel just a wish to do something without seeing valuable results of it in the future. And you might have this battle in your head from yes to no, between I don't see any sense in it and but I want to do it so bad. And it is about allowing yourself to be happy. It's about allowing your inner child, your inner girl or boy, just being happy. It's about transactional analysis. This is from psychology. It's about allowing your inner baby being happy. And it's important. And it is important. It is important. It's about how communicating with your own children or your own friends, just people who you may see in real life, in reality. And it is about how you would communicate to them, whereas between or like how you communicate to you, to yourself. What would you say? What would you say them in a situation like this? In a situation like you have trapped right now, would you start to blame them or would you start to support them? Would you say sorry after some break or situation just in general, or would you support their system and just encourage them through many words, and sometimes maybe even more, like hugs and praying for them? And it is hard to allow yourself to communicate you with yourself as you would communicate with other people. And with people like in a respectful way, you know. It's about allowing yourself being happy for real, through making some little things that make you happy. day by day. And I know that we can have very different days and very different needs. And every season is different. Sometimes one day you want to sleep a little bit more. One day you want to take a trip. One day, okay, one month you want to go to a journey. One month you want just to work at your home office without talking with anybody. One day you want to sleep with your teddy bear. The another one you want to take a bathroom with many bubbles, and etc, etc, etc. The thing is, every day is so different, and our needs, they are real. And you may keep your journal, your diary, your planner, and just planning your days across. But sometimes it's also about a wish and allowing yourself of doing something you want to, because Holy Spirit also moves through wishes, and Holy Spirit can show you something so much big more through you making some things you may clear and name in your mind as needless. And it is sad, do not allow yourself of making something that makes sense maybe only for you, and it may be named in the minds and mindset of other people as some type of stupid joy or needless or like question of time. But no, when God says you something, it's not a waste of time. Time with God is not a waste of time. Time of your creativity for God is not a waste of time. You know, God can push your career through making little things that may not seem like very important, but just like little things. But day by day, sometimes. So yes. What would you want to do right now? What would you do if you hear God's voice right now? What God tells you to do right now? Sometimes God talks to us through other people, through many different people. Sometimes God can even give you a permission of doing something, or like a little command to do something, not to punish you, but to encourage you and to push your career even more, or your ministry, just your work for the glory of God. And it is hard when you feel you in the same time very jealousy or in trouble, or anxiety just comes away and goes to you. It's hard. Do not see back. Do not come back to your bad thoughts, to your bad words, to your fears. I know that it's hard to allow yourself of being really productive, like for real productive, and to hear yourself, to hear this God's voice in you that speaks really quiet and calm and encouraging, and this voice tells you what to do every single time. And sometimes you may feel like these changes actually change anything. And as it was before is the same today. As it was yesterday, the same is today. As it was 1 month ago, nothing has changed. But no, man, woman, girl, the thing is, changes exist.